I forgot to click record. I'm just kidding.
Bro! Don't do that to me! Welcome back to the AC Unit podcast. I'm Claudia.
And I'm Alyssa.
And today we're talking about our set experiences on Hocus Pocus and To Dust I'll Return, a film that we worked on
Yes.
together.
Yes, because it's officially fall now. This is the first podcast that we have in fall, and Claudia is so excited she's fist bumping. And
Yes!
stuff.
It's
I'm
my
in
time,
mourning.
ladies and gents, theys and thems, people of the world.
I'm in mourning.
La, 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 la,
But
la,
I am
la,
dressed very fall-y because, you know, I want to try to celebrate, I guess. I'm wearing a little sunflower clip on the back of my head.
Apparently we're doing OTD today.
Yep. And I put on nail polish that changes color in the sun, which that's not very
it's like
fall.
a chameleon.
It's cool, right? I got it in Ocean City, Maryland last year, and it turns dark pink in the sun, and it's white when I'm not in the sun.
That's cool.
Right? It's very cool.
So it's only by like light and not like warmth.
Yes. Correct.
Oh.
It's
'Cause
not a
I
mood
like
ring.
know some that are like by warmth.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen those.
Yeah, my friend Sarah, she got her nails done a few years ago, and when she put it under cold water, it would change.
Mhm.
That's cool. I like
Yeah.
that stuff. I'm a sucker for the gimmicky type of stuff.
I can't.
Yeah, so
How
it's fun.
How has your week been? Oh!
It's been good. It's been pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Just working, getting ready for the Halloween event that Town Hall, the cable access program, puts on every year.
Spooky.
It's a lot of work. And we're doing an
It seems like it.
investigation, a paranormal investigation of Roger's school.
Can I join?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool. I'm so excited. That place is so creepy on the inside.
Really?
Oh my gosh, dude. It's so cool. Like, so we're doing it.
Totally tubular.
It's totally tubular. There was a janitor who used to live in the top floor.
It's
They
always
called
the
him the
damn
caretaker,
janitors.
right? And so we're calling this investigation the caretaker. And yeah,
Creepy.
it's pretty cool. He had an intercom system built into the wall, and you just pushed a button and a hole would open up, and he would talk to people down in the classrooms and stuff.
You know, I would
very
probably-
creepy.
If I was with you, I'd probably be the first person to send something.
Oh yeah.
I'm
You
like
would
a
be,
cat.
we'd be like, okay, now we have to film this, and
I'd be like,
we're gonna get this shot and
guys.
get this shot, and you're gonna go, there's actually a ghost in here,
I just
though.
saw someone behind you, and I know it's just us.
Uh-oh.
Someone just whispered in my ear.
Yeah, maybe you should not come.
I'd love to come. I would just have to, bless myself before and
We'll
after.
get some holy water.
I'll be like, you're not allowed to follow me home. Thank you.
And then I'll pull out the Ouija board, and then we'll
The Luigi board?
the Luigi board.
The wedgie board?
Right. You just shove
The
it up your
wedgie
ass.
board. Wait, have you never seen that video?
No.
It's like Yahoo Answers is like, how do I make the wedgie board? How do I
Oh.
get the Luigi
I
board?
love Yahoo Answers.
The weggy board.
Oh my gosh. The
It
Ouija
was like
board.
Pragana Nut. I love those videos.
I do too. That's such a throwback. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
it was great.
Okay, I have one thing I want to complain about before we even start.
Go
into
for
anything.
it.
Dating apps.
Okay. I gotta take this gum out. I'm probably annoying everyone. Okay,
Shut-
go.
Chewing up. Tune it up. Tune it up. Yummy.
I'm gonna swallow it.
So
No.
minty. Ew, no. So what I have an issue with is these dudes not liking humor. And you know what? That's a red flag.
Right. I agree.
Because I sent you a Snapchat yesterday.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
So, like, there's, like, this thing on a dating app where, like, it gives you something to write about. And he's like, I'm not real. You're not real. No one's real. So, like, me wanting to be funny, I was like, oh, does that mean we live in a simulation and we're all NPCs? And, I made a little joke about it.
Mm-hmm.
He unmatched me. And I was like, damn, all right. Like,
I don't know. I guess he just wasn't feeling it that day.
Maybe he was offended. Maybe he is an NPC.
He's like, I'm an NPC and I'm offended.
Yeah, he's a little sim. He's like, Susu.
Susu. Garble narble. Wait, what else
Garble
do they say?
narble.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
But like, oh, also another thing.
What?
I matched with someone that I've known for like, I don't know. I'm just not going to get into it.
Okay.
But if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to answer me. How you been? Just living. How the freak am I supposed to answer that? Just don't
really
answer
bland
me.
responses.
Literally just ghost me at that point. I won't even be offended.
Oh, living.
I'm like, okay. I'd be like, cool, same. I'm barely living.
It's just like NPC responses.
I'd be like, evil Norby
You honestly,
like, what the
you
heck?
honestly should. If you start getting a guy who's like not putting
I'm
any
just
effort
gonna
in
like
at
speak
all.
to him in Simlish.
Yes. Simlish, is that
I'd be
the
like,
word?
you can translate this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's an actual language.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, they have like actual like artists, like Kelly Clarkson. I think she did like in Avril Lavigne. They like made their songs into Simlish, and then
What?
your sim can listen to those songs.
Oh my god.
They have S-pop. It's like K-pop.
What?
Yeah, I always have my sim listen to S-pop.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I know this song, and I'm like jamming out.
There it is.
That was a great one.
Once per episode. It just comes about, you know.
People tell me, they're like, why does like Alyssa burp so much?
I
Like,
don't know.
Bro, it just happens.
I don't know. It's just a thing.
I literally told them, I was like, it's natural.
It's natural love.
We're trying to embrace our
Our
natural
bodily
selves.
functions.
Let's fart.
Yeah, next comes the farting. I will
No,
never do
I
it.
have like, I'm too fart shy for that.
Me
I've never
too.
farted in front of anyone unless it was an accident.
Me too.
And it's always at a slumber party.
I've never farted. It's always at a slumber party. Ain't that the
That's
goddamn
what I'm
truth?
laughing.
Or just in the middle of your sleep. I had a friend who would fart in her sleep. I'd wake up. I would wake up. It was so loud. It was so loud. But yeah, with the burping, my
Bessie's clapping her cheeks with air.
her Jeeps.
So cute. Okay, we're gonna start laughing again.
But with the burping, my dad used to always tell me, because this is a thing I've done forever. And he used to say, oh, you're never going to get a boyfriend if you always do that. Like, you're so not
I'm over
classy.
here.
You know,
Doesn't let any of my
ladylike.
gas out of my freaking body, and I'm single. So, sir, maybe I should start doing that.
I think you should take some advice from me and start burping. Burp your way to the top.
I can burp my ABCs.
Oh, do it.
Oh, that's gross.
Wait, I'm going to try it to do A. I might throw up. Oh, you did it! You did it. Hold on. That didn't really work.
Okay, let's
Anyways.
get to our hot takes. So I thought of this morning, and I say that fall fashion is superior to summer. Do you agree
I don't
or
know.
disagree?
I don't know, because
Because I know you're like, you love your summer.
I
You
do.
love your summer season.
But I will admit that in the summer, I just wear short shorts, a crop top that I find, and that's it. To call it a day.
I hate
Or just a
summer
bikini.
outfits.
Like, I'll just wear a bikini all day if I can.
Yeah,
If I'm not going into public.
I wish.
And even sometimes then I'll just throw on a shirt. So I would
Most
have
of the
to
time, I feel like a
agree.
sausage casing during the summer, and I'm just like, I hate this, and I'm sweating.
I hate this. I'm sweating. That Rick Grimes meme. I'm sweating.
I'm like, I'm barely wearing any clothing. How am I still sweating?
Yeah. All right.
It's
You
not
know,
fair.
I guess you're right.
I just
Fall
want
fashion
to
is
wear like
because, for example,
sweaters and layer. And
I got so
everything.
excited about today's outfit, and I haven't felt excited about an outfit in a long time. So I think you're right.
Yeah, you can like
The
accessorize more with like
terracotta
fall to winter, you know.
And tan. And
Even like spring too. Like I feel like all
I
three
am so
seasons.
bad at spring outfits. You're gonna have to teach me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like wearing winter
I'm
clothes
always
still.
like looking. I know, because like we live in Massachusetts.
We
so
live in a society.
we live in a society. But we live in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and I always like to say it is so bipolar with weather. Like it's winter and it's 60 degrees out.
I know.
Like, how confusing is that?
Yeah, my brother's wedding got married in December and it was like 60 degrees. And then spring sucks here.
I don't get this though.
March is the worst month.
My birthday's in October.
Yeah.
And it's always super cold, and then December's like super warm, and I'm like, hello? Where is the warmth on my birthday?
You're right. That's so true.
Halloween's like, no, we gotta be cold for you.
I know. And then a lot of times it snows right after Halloween. That first week of November.
Really?
Yeah, I think the last few years it snowed. Or maybe it was just one.
I think it was
the
one.
last few years it snowed.
I think it was last year. Or was it the year before?
It might have been the year before, because I got my foot surgery and I was just sitting there and it was snowing.
Foot surgery.
Yeah, I couldn't move. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think fall fashion is better. Superior.
Cool.
Yes. Cool. We're in agreement. We should get little things. Agreement.
Agreement.
Don't even touch this. Go. Agreement.
Weird. All right.
Yeah, all right.
We might start something new here on this podcast. We're still figuring it out. It's new.
Oh yeah.
And Alyssa one day texted me, "Hey, yo, Claudia, what if we talked about what celebrity you would drink a beer with?" Or what was it?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Cool.
Basically, you know how like
Cool.
people usually say, "Oh, celebrities you could just hang out with or go to the bar with."
Yeah.
Or campfire.
So who would you choose?
Okay, there's so many, but I'll just go with the one that made me text it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was two because it was a picture of both of them. I'll just say both.
Just say both of them.
Weird Al and Daniel Radcliffe.
Bro, they're cool.
They're so cool. And
Cool.
as you know, Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al in a movie coming out in November, I think. So they've been posting a lot of stuff together, and I was like, oh, they're just so cool and fun and
funny,
quirky, and I want to hang out with them.
That's funny.
I love Weird Al. I've loved him since middle school. He's like
Weird Al's pretty funny.
Before this, Claudia and I were singing the drive-through song by Weird Al.
Stop.
They forgot the onions. Okay, you go.
I'm gonna be basic for my first one, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Harry Styles.
Yes.
Because why not?
Well, you are.
I love Harry Styles.
Whenever I hear anything about Harry Styles, I think of you.
He's been under some heat
You are
recently.
synonymous with. Oh, don't worry, darling. I love all the drama about.
Okay, I live
don't
for
worry,
it,
darling.
but like, it's the fact that everyone's talking about don't worry, don't worry, darling, and like not the My Policeman, because he is like thriving in the My Policeman stuff.
I've seen some of that.
And don't worry, darling, you could. Oh my goodness. Like, there's like a dark cloud above them.
Everyone loves some high school
And
drama.
I'm like, what's going on? This is a fever dream. That is a fever dream.
So I need to know your opinion. Did Harry Styles spit on
Bro.
Chris Pine? Is his
Yes,
name?
Chris
Okay,
Pine.
did he or did he
Chris
not?
Pine's face, he's like,
He's like, all right then.
okay, so
Tell us.
I
Tell
don't
the
know
world.
if
I would
he
trust
did
your opinion
spit-
over everybody else.
If he did spit, right? I think it was by accident. I don't think it was purposely.
Okay. And if he did, why would he? What's the beef between him and Chris Pine?
I don't think there would be any beef.
Right?
Sometimes I do things without thinking,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's Harry Styles.
So he might
Like
just
one
spit
time,
on
I
him.
like randomly spat on something
spittled on.
by accident, and I was like, I didn't mean to spit there,
Yeah, I mean, I do
and
that
I didn't
too.
even want to spit. So I don't know why my body made me do that.
It's like a few episodes
Also,
ago when you
dudes-
had spittle on your chin. You had a little spittle on your chin.
Shut up. But also like dudes like
maybe-
weirdly like to spit all the time. I don't know what their deal is. Like, why you got so much damn saliva in your throat? I don't
That's
know.
true.
You guys should check that out. It might be like a medical thing.
It might be a publicity stunt.
It's honestly like really gross. Oh yeah, definitely.
Because now everyone's talking about it. And everyone's
Everyone's gonna watch the movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had no intentions of watching that movie until all of this drama came out.
I had all intentions to watch the
1,000%
movie.
honest. Well, yeah.
I saw the trailer. I'm like,
Yo, Mans is in
damn.
it. Oh, yeah. It's pretty
Saucy.
spicy. Saucy.
All the girls who like read Wattpad in middle school are like, oh, my Harry Styles fantasy is coming true.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, iconic. So we also have new microphones. I hope we sound even better, but
Microwaves.
I'm kind of struggling because I don't know if it's blocking my face or not. We're still figuring it out, you know?
Girl.
And we got a little bit of taste of the
This
Halloween
is a
season
podcast.
around us. Yeah, you're
Doesn't
right.
matter if
It
your
doesn't
face
matter.
is covered.
Yeah, but we're filming it. We got little tiny pumpkins
I feel like
on the
I'm,
desk
like, in the
and
studio.
purple lights and orange lights behind us. We're getting into that
yeah.
season, y'all.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. James Charles. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of celebrities.
Oh yeah, I worked on Hocus Pocus last year.
That was so blunt. Speaking of celebrities, I worked on Hocus Pocus.
I wouldn't have if you didn't tell me.
Yeah, this is true. I tried to get on background too, but they said no.
I knew a lot of people who like signed up, and I was like the only person.
There was a lot. Yeah, that was a big thing when they were in the area.
Yeah.
I almost worked as a PA on that set, but I had been so soured on PA work that I said no.
You should have.
I'd
I'd be like, Alyssa, it's my friend.
That would have been so cute. It would have made my
Maybe
day
you could
so
have
much
got
better.
me work there too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the struggle of trying to get on a set, even just as a lowly PA. But anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you being a background actor on Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, this time I was the actress.
Theta. Well, not Theta.
I don't want to say much because
Acting.
I did have to like sign an NDA.
Oh, yes.
So I'm not gonna.
But
I
mean,
can't really
the
spoil
celebrities.
anything.
Yeah, you can't say anything story.
No.
You can't even say the celebrities who were there.
So
Like the people, like
I
it's
didn't-
that
so
was
I'll
publicly
tell you
announced.
who I like worked with.
Yeah.
I didn't work with the original witches, unfortunately. That would have been a dream.
That would have been really cool.
But I did get to work with like the younger main cast.
Oh,
They were
cool.
like super nice.
Has
I
that been
interacted
announced?
with two
Yeah,
of them.
I'm sure that's been announced. Who
Oh
they are.
yeah. They already announced them.
Do you know what their actors' name? What their actors' names are?
Oh no.
Are they're nobodies.
Oh, they're like known.
Oh, okay.
They're known.
Like
They're just like in a different, not generation because like we're in the same generation, but
Yeah.
like they're like younger that like we don't watch what they've been in
Oh yeah, yeah.
because
yeah.
like we already stopped watching that stuff they were in.
Oh okay.
That makes sense.
How
Kinda
old
like,
are they? Are they like our age?
I want to say like a few years younger. Than
Oh
us.
okay. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, so I'd say like maybe like late teens.
Oh, how were they?
Like
Were they
early 20s.
nice or?
They were really nice.
That's
I
good.
talked to two actors. They talked to me first.
Oh,
I always
good.
have the rule of don't talk to the actors. They are working.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
A lot of background actors do not understand that.
Yeah. Because there was one thing that we had to do, and it was like a group of us background actors, and we just had to like walk around. And obviously, two of the main like characters were with us.
Yeah.
So we were standing there. Obviously, there's some moments where you're just standing there for a very long period of time.
Yeah.
So I stayed quiet because I'm not gonna bother them.
Can I take a picture
They're
with you?
literally working. Don't talk to them. Like, just don't talk to them.
Yeah. It's
So I always have this
no-no.
rule. If I'm working with a celebrity or a main character, I let them come to me. I don't talk to them
Yeah.
because that's on them.
Yeah.
And there was this one kid that was a background actor with me, and he's like tapping this guy's shoulder.
Oh my
He's like, how did you get into acting? Blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah. And I looked at him, and I'm like, dude, you need to shut up. This is their job,
Oh.
and you're gonna get in trouble.
It's a major faux pas.
It annoys me.
Like, you don't
and
do
so,
that.
like, when they left, I looked at him. I'm like, dude, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
What?
And I'm like, dude, do you really have like one brain cell? Because it's really showing right now.
Probably.
I mean, it makes sense.
There are so many like jokes about background as a whole. If you like follow movie set memes or whatever, because like so many of them do that. And it's like, dude, stop being cringe. So you were
That was,
probably
like, our
a breath
second
of
day.
fresh air
Yeah.
for everyone involved because a lot of them could do that. But it's a fun thing. I think
it is.
more people should be aware that, you know, there's fun work out there for
Just-
background work and
it's good pay.
yeah, good pay. And so you didn't even have to pay for like an account with Boston Casting or anything. It was an open call. So
Yeah.
you just put your resume in, and
It was really nice. And now I can put it on my resume.
Yeah, now you have it. And that was a SAG show, right?
I did have SAG for like one day.
So the way that works is SAG is the union that actors are in. Yes. You can get in as an actor, and then it gives you certain benefits and that's a deal.
If you get SAG like 3 times as a background actor, like you can officially get SAG.
Yes.
But you have to pay for it, and I'm not paying.
Yes. It's a lot of money. Ian Brownhill. So on Surface Tension, which was the 48-hour film project that we worked on this year, and I was so happy I was able to get Ian Brownhill. He's on TikTok. He's like the Duncan guy. He's wicked really cool. Funny. He's very really cool funny. And humble and sweet and talented. And he was saying that, you know, with SAG, it's great to be in it, but like to get in, it's a few $1,000s, and
it's ridiculous.
It's hard to weigh the benefits. And
I guess it's like nice when you're a background actor and you can actually have your breaks.
Yeah.
Because the last day they had to cut our like lunch break short, which was like really annoying. I'm like, I just sat down and I haven't eaten yet, and so
because they put you at the back of the line.
We were all like, no, and we all ate. I'm like, we don't care. All the PAs are like, you guys need to go, and I'm like, eating, stuffing my face.
Oh, I do not miss set life.
But I remember the first day we did the same scene over and over and over and over again.
Like painfully, like going.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, I chose to do like the most complicating thing to do.
What did you do? I'm gonna put on lip gloss while you talk.
So I obviously like found my like group of friends.
Yeah.
They're so great. Shout out to you guys. And it was like the 4 of us, and we were walking, and I decided to fall, like trip over something, and then find a leaf. And this is what gave me the nickname Leaf Girl on set.
It's Leaf Girl.
They're like, it's Leaf Girl. But I would have to fall every single time they say, action. Pick up a leaf. And I'm like, oh, wow, look at how beautiful this leaf is.
Oh my gosh.
And then everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And like they all like went into it. And then some people were like trying to grab my leaves, and I was like tall and they were short, so they're like jumping up and trying
to
it was funny. No, I purposely did things so I could spot myself.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so when so it's actually releasing this week, Hocus Pocus.
Yes, on the 30th.
This podcast.
We are not sponsored by Hocus Pocus.
No, we're not sponsored by Hocus Pocus, but we're going to have to watch it together so that you can point out where you are, and it can be so exciting. We'll have a little watch party.
That'd be so cute.
We're going to do it.
I love it.
We should, no, I was just going to say we should have a podcast where we watch it together.
Be like on our Patreon. We don't have enough people for our Patreon.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's what I keep saying.
Not yet. I mean, we're getting there.
We're doing good.
It's pretty good.
We got our official pumpkins, A and C. They're so cute. Claudia found them
at the dollar store.
Shout out to the dollar store.
Sponsor
us.
The dollar store. We're sponsoring the AC unit.
Yeah.
My last day of filming there.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
How come?
Okay, so like the day before, they have like this separate room for people who aren't needed for a scene, and we just wait there.
Yeah.
As you know.
Holding.
So there was like a few of us in the holding room. Actually, it was like a lot of fun. But we were there for hours, and we just talked so much shit, and we actually got really close and stuff.
Oh, cute.
But oh my goodness, this one kid, like, I don't know. He was a SAG actor, right?
Yeah.
And I hope he doesn't watch this, and I doubt he will. So he's just like, gives me like player vibes.
Okay. All right.
He's like a little older than me, but he could still pass for a high schooler, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you guys were playing
we were playing high schoolers. And so I wasn't like really noticing like anything because I just like ignored him. So the next day we were chosen to just cross in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And I like had a book. They gave me a book. So I like opened it and like pretended to like look down at it and then look at him like asking a question as we're passing.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like empty, dead hallway, and we're supposed to be just like the wanderers or whatever.
Yeah.
And we had to do that for a lot of takes. And then at one point, his face got so close to my chest where my boobs are. He went, and my friend was like on the other side, and she's like, like freaking out, and she's like, "Are you okay? I saw what he did. He shouldn't have put his face that close to your chest." It was true though. This man was trying to like, I don't know what he was doing, because we had like those big lights and they were super hot, bro. I was melting under them.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he's like, "Wow, your eyes are beautiful."
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Thanks." I'm like, "Bro, you just put your face in my boobs, like."
What the heck?
And I'm like, I hope they don't use that take, because
I hope they do. No.
But then it was like continuity.
Gosh.
He wasn't paying attention. Well, he was trying to get in every shot he could possibly get in.
Oh,
I can't stand these people either.
Naturally.
I can't stand these people either. So he was like on one side of the hallway, and then it's a different scene, and he's all the way on the other side of the hallway in front of like the camera.
Bro. Oh, thanks.
And then I literally was like looking at the PA. I'm like, continuity error. That kid shouldn't be over there. Continuity error. And no one was listening to me. So Disney, that's on you.
So Disney, learn your lesson.
Have me for your continuity.
Oh my gosh. You should work as a script supervisor. I have a question because, you know, I'm a director. How was the director?
She was cool.
Yeah.
I remember the first day, some dude that was like, that was working as an extra, he like said something like really gross and like, basically like catcalling her. And she got like super pissed.
Oh, really?
And everyone's like, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah,
that's really literally stupid. The director, you
It's the helm
dumbass.
of the ship.
like, what the heck is wrong with you?
It's like you just catcalled the CEO of a company.
But I think she was like, really cool though. She had like a really good relationship with the actors and stuff.
Oh, good.
And like she was like super friendly with the actors. Like they did definitely have like this relationship, which is really good to have on set.
What's her name? I thought I saw it somewhere.
I cannot recall, but she was blonde.
Let me look it up.
She had really nice hair.
Where's my phone?
Your phone is somewhere.
I don't know. Well,
fine.
It's gone forever.
We'll figure it out one day.
Yeah.
You guys can look it up. There's Google.
Yeah, please look it up for us because we're incapable.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds fun.
That was like a lot of fun. It was like my first experience on like an actual like Hollywood set, which was really cool.
It's cool that so many of them are coming to our area.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Everyone's like, "Oh, are you going to Salem?" And I'm like, "No, Salem's way too small to be filming a film like that."
I know. It's funny. A lot of people get confused why Hocus Pocus isn't actually filmed in Salem.
Yeah.
What town did they film it in again? I know it was Rhode Island.
We were in Rhode Island. It was very close to Providence.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's funny. They had to like make a whole fake set and make it look.
So I think there's that farm. I think they're using that set as like as a thing for October to visit.
Oh, cool.
And I sent it to my cousins. I was like, "We have to go."
Yeah, that's
really cool. And that's like a good usage of like
really smart.
Whatever that is, you know. Yeah. And they also filmed in Newport. I knew that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was for like a scene.
Nice.
I can't talk about it, obviously.
Yeah.
I like know. Scene. I'm like, I know what the scene is, but I'm not gonna talk about it.
Oh, that's so fun. We've had a lot of movies come to film in Fairhaven. We had The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti in Fairhaven High School, Finest Kind with Tommy Lee Jones in Fairhaven and New Bedford. And then we just had another one who's scoping out the Fairhaven Town Hall called Invitation to a Bonfire, which is an AMC show.
Cool.
And they're not going to use the Fairhaven Town Hall, sadly. Just didn't work out scheduling-wise. But it's set in the 1930s, and it's cool. It's like about this Russian girl who's, I don't know, coming to the U.S. But they're also looking for background extras, so Claudia might.
I think I'm too fat to be in the 1930s.
What? No.
Unless I'm like the bearded woman.
No, you should put in for it.
I don't. Where do I even sign up for that?
Well, we have it in an email. We'll talk after.
Oh,
but
okay, that's fine.
I can't because my hair is bleached and it's longer than my shoulders.
Oh.
they want girls who have natural hair shorter than, like, shoulder length or shorter because it's the 1930s. I think you could get in.
You can,
That's good.
Curl the ends.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Or just put your hair up.
We're gonna Claudia on another show. She's gonna be a famous actress. Yeah.
I just want to be background. Don't give me anything. Unless I'm like, Hodor.
Hodor. Oh, yeah, we talked about that last time.
I'll literally, like, put all my emotion. Hodor. Hodor!
There's tears coming out of your eyes.
Hodor!
I would love to act. So one of the things I forgot to say about our summer recap was I took another acting class with your godfather.
My godfather.
Your godfather, William.
He's not even Italian. He's Greek.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
And, yeah, his acting classes are so awesome. They're so, it's small and like intimate with a small group of people. And, yeah, it was so much fun. I felt like I improved a lot from the first year. And it's weird because acting is such a weird thing on camera.
And it's been like a while too.
Yeah. And it's been a while. And I don't know, just some of the things he was saying were really clicking about, you're not trying to give a performance. You're trying to do emotional work and tap into memories that you have.
Just like be a person.
Honest. Yeah, just be a person, which is very hard when you're on camera, ironically.
No, it is.
Just be a person.
Bro,
I don't know how.
In front of camera, I always want to start laughing. Like, if
you get the giggles.
Yeah, if like Sean's like, he looks so serious, and I'm like, like.
You just can't take it.
I don't know how Allie cried in that one scene.
I know.
I'm just like, bro, I'd be laughing.
I know. She gets in the zone, man. That's another thing. You gotta get in the zone.
I have to get the giggles out, so it's usually like in the very beginning. Then I'm very used to the camera.
Yeah,
it's like not there
you did
anymore.
A good job in The Things We Leave Behind, our 2019.
No, it's alright.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
I wish I had more death takes.
Yeah, well, we
didn't have time, and I don't think the way I acted out my death was the best death that I could act out.
Spoiler alert: Claudia dies.
I die.
Give me that necklace. Oh, but that was a me thing because it was just scheduling and trying to get as much as possible, and but I've learned since then. And
I was like, just one take for my death?
Oh gosh, we were like, we gotta go.
This is the first ever death I've ever done before.
And you and Allie were laughing because it was funny. She pops up behind you and strangles you to the ground. It's so
with
funny,
a necklace.
dude. It's so funny. Oh,
I'm like, okay, and I'm like, ugh. And then she's like, oh, I just popped my neck. Maybe you guys heard it.
So,
speaking of films,
speaking of things they've made, let's talk about To Dust I'll Return. That was pretty good. So, To Dust I'll Return was a short film that I wrote and directed last spring, and Claudia did hair, makeup, and costume.
Woo!
And it was lots of fun. It is inspired by the Salem Witch Trials. It's supposed to take place a little bit after that time period. Yeah, like right after they happened. And it's basically about this girl whose parents are mysteriously away. She's living in a house alone.
Mysterious.
And her father's friend comes to pay her a visit and interrogate her about where her father is at. Mm-hmm. Because, they've been a little AWOL, haven't gone to church, which was a big thing back then. If you didn't go to church every Sunday, you would get a fine.
I'd probably be hanged by now.
Oh, gosh.
Or burned.
Oh, boy.
Or drowned.
Or both. Or all three.
Or stoned.
Pressed. Yes. So that's what it's about. It's not overtly spooky horror, anything like that. It's more of a thriller, suspense.
Yeah.
And there's, some very dark themes in there, especially the way it ends. So, it's perfect for the Halloween season. And, it was a lot of fun. It was very cold. We filmed it in March. So it was very cold off of the Bourne Canal.
I thought my toes were going to freeze. Like, my toes are the first thing that gets, cold during the winter.
Yeah.
And, bro, that was the day. I'm like, this is the day where they have to chop my toes off.
Yeah, it was
And then
cold.
the next day was nice and warm.
It was, yeah. It got better. but there was no heat in the building. It's an old building.
I remembered something about that.
What?
The first day, so it was super cold.
Yeah.
And there's 2 fireplaces in this building.
Yes, and we used one of them.
So they used one of them, but I don't think you guys realized that it would go through the other. So all of the smoke
so like
going into the room where me, Debbie, your mom, and Nick are.
Like smoking you out. We're smoking you out.
Debbie and I have like our blankets and we have it like wrapped around our heads and we're like,
oh, we have photos. I mean, if I can find them, I'll put them.
And we were making
in
jokes.
the pod.
And we were making jokes. We're getting black lung.
Yeah. So like you're freezing, but also
so
getting black
delusional.
lung.
And it's so funny because like whenever we're shooting, Debbie always wants to talk. And they're like, quiet on set. I'm like, Debbie, you need to be quiet. And then she's like, her whispering is like, so yeah, and like she did this. And I'm like, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie.
And then I looked out the window and your dad's like having both of his hands on his hips and he's looking up and he's just looking at the architecture of the house.
Investigating it.
And I'm like, what a dad thing to do.
He's such a dad. Oh my gosh. He was telling me afterwards, I think I was like in between takes or something or in between changing scenes. And he was like, so like I noticed the architecture and the weight of the roof. And I'm like, Dad, I'm directing. I need to focus.
Talk to
I can't
me
learn
about this later, please.
How this building was put together. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Debbie
I loved
and
it.
Like actually went delusional from that smoke. We were like,
there
was one part where
like,
I
we're
just
actually in
Debbie,
Salem in 1700.
And she just looked at me and she's like, like that. Like, Debbie, what is this?
Oh no.
And I'm like laying down on like the fake bed that I hope that doesn't break down on me.
Oh my gosh, the fake, yeah, that our prop master, set designer Todd made that morning. Oh my gosh, that was such a crazy time. I have to burp again. I kept it in. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was really fun.
Talented.
What else? I mean, that was just such a cool set. Like, it was so fun.
The actors were cool.
The actors were cool.
Do we talk about them?
Sure. Let's talk about the cool ones.
Yeah, I love the cool ones.
Yeah, so we had Paulina Kanak from New York City.
Shout out.
She's so cool. She was our Amity. I love her. And
beautiful and talented.
Yes, and then we had David Pradas.
Handsome and talented.
And he's from Central Mass now. He used to be a Broadway dancer in New York City.
Yes.
And now he's getting into acting. And now he moved to LA, but we were so fortunate to have him.
The way he got into his role was really cool too.
Yes, he was so committed. And
he
that's
sort
just
of
him.
was like listening to like 1700s, 1600s music as he was like going over lines.
I didn't even know
that. And he was
that,
like walking around the forest.
Yes, I remember him walking around the forest.
In his costume and everything.
He messaged me before the shoot days. He goes, I'm just going to warn you. Like, I'm going to get into character. I might walk around, do some weird stuff. But, you know, don't mind me. Oh, he just really brought it. And, like, every take, he would do it a different way and just listen to my direction. And the biggest thing, too, with them was, like, there's so much going on underneath with those two characters. There's so many emotions and backstory that aren't really explained. You kind of have to pick up on the clues as you watch. But the biggest thing with them was trying to get them to restrain all that and hold it all and just keep it in and let it come out in little spurts, like little looks. It's very passive aggressive and there's a lot of tension. And so we really worked on that in rehearsals, but on the day of too, like it was just so cool to see how they could rein it in with just a few words that I would say here, like restraint, remember your restraint. You don't want to show your hand just yet. It's like you're playing a card game. And they would just bring it way back in. Oh, they're so good. They were so good. So good.
They were phenomenal.
Yeah. And then we did have a SAG actor as well, which was intimidating for me because I had never had a SAG actor on my own set. So there was extra paperwork and legality stuff and planning. And I wanted to make sure I got this guy in and out and had him all set up with hair and makeup and costume. And it was all, you know, clean and ready to go. But it's funny. He was a little bit interesting. I had no idea because I'm off doing all these different things. And then Claudia and Demi tell me about some funny stories after the fact.
Oh my God.
So tell us some funny stories of your hair and makeup costume world on To Dust Will Return.
First of all, I hope he doesn't watch this. I doubt he will because we're not interesting. To him at least. Maybe. So
What?
Mans walks in. So Debbie and I, we work together obviously a lot because I makeup, hair, costume, everything.
Yes. We might
all
have her
go
as
together.
a guest on this show so you can meet her.
Yes. I'd love that. And so we have all our costumes. All of them. This was like during COVID. Mm-hmm. We asked everyone for their measurements, everything. It was very hard to do this during COVID too because
So
we couldn't
hard.
have anyone try it on, so it had to be by luck and chance that they would fit into everything.
It's like we were putting tracks down in front of a moving train.
Yeah. So we had costumes for everyone. We had makeup, hair, like everything was set.
Yes.
And I guess people don't expect that to be a thing when it comes to a student film, quote unquote.
Exactly.
And, you know, like Alyssa reaches for the stars. She goes bigger, doesn't go home.
Exactly.
So this man, his character, he is more like on the dirty side. So he's not going to be very clean cut like he's a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
And so this man's walks up and I was like, cool, like nice to meet you, like blah blah blah, like trying to be respectful and stuff. He brought his own chair, which is perfectly fine, had his name on it.
I didn't know this until just now.
I choke on my saliva.
He brought his own chair with his
And
name
he
on it.
brought
Okay.
a costume with him.
He brought a costume with him? Oh, you did. Okay, keep
He
going.
brought a costume with him and Debbie was like, no.
No.
I was like,
I think you guys might have come up to me and asked me, so we have this as an option too, or we can go with it. And I was like, no.
it was like too clean cut, like too frilly, like a blacksmith wouldn't wear that. And Debbie was like, we have a costume for you, you're not gonna wear that. And he was kind of like fighting us a little bit. Not fighting us, but he was like trying to persuade us to have him wear that instead of what he was wearing.
So that's probably why you went to me and was like, let's just.
And he hasn't even like seen the costume yet.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, dude, you haven't even seen the costume and you're already like trying to persuade us to wear this. And you're talking to two stubborn women.
I know, right?
So we're going to say no and you're going to wear the costume that we got for you because it's more accurate and we put time and effort into it.
Yeah.
And it looks dirty. Dude, like you're literally like sweating and you're sick. Yeah. You're not going to be like, I just took a bath and I feel perfect. No.
Go clean cut.
You're like
yeah, there's a lot that goes into costuming. Every little thing you have to think about, how rich they are, their background, how long they've had their clothing, what they've been doing in the clothing, like all that.
That was the most research I've done for hair, makeup, and costume because you want to be accurate as possible for like, it was the 1600s, late 1600s.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird time period too because it wasn't really documented as much as like colonial and Salem Witch Trials because it was right between. Yeah. And so you didn't see a lot of it and it was really hard. Even like trying to find like historical books that had like outfits of them because at one point you would just find like Puritan stuff. You don't want Puritan.
Yeah, no, it's not
Puritan.
Puritan.
And then you find colonial stuff. I'm like, you don't want colonial. I'm like, the British aren't here yet.
I know.
So like that was
so
the
like
thing.
For Enoch, which is the man who's coming to interrogate Amity pretty much.
Yes.
He's wealthier and all that. And I remember to figure out how he would look, even down to the facial hair.
Yeah,
it gets so specific. And I remember what we did was we looked up historical figures who were in power at that very year. We were thinking 1710. You look up those historical figures and you look at what their face looked like in terms of facial hair.
And it's hard because it's like there's no such thing as photography.
Exactly. So you're going off of sketches.
Painting and sketches.
And then you just try to kind of mimic that.
And it's like, how accurate are these paintings and sketches?
I know.
Because
so you just try to find a bunch and then take a consensus from all of them.
Yeah. But yeah, one of our actors was like that, and he, I don't know, like he's a SAG actor, so
yeah.
He should be aware on what to do and what not to do when it comes to makeup, hair, and costume.
Right.
And so I was doing his makeup, and I did tell him, because I had to put a fake beard on him.
Yes.
I did tell him.
It was beautiful, by the way.
Don't rip this off. It will rip your skin off. Because obviously the stuff that you use for all that jazz is like really tough and sturdy stuff that you put on your face. And there's a specific glue remover for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. And I finished his makeup. I did his hair, like gave him a wig.
Yeah.
He changed into his costume, put some sweat on him, like all that jazz. Did his takes. Literally, I didn't know he was finished. He was walking out of the house, ripping his beard off.
Oh my God.
And his wig.
Oh.
And like changing in front of everyone. Like taking off his costume.
Oh no.
And I like ran over and I was like, don't rip off your beard. And I literally looked at him and I was like, you're lucky that none of your skin ripped off when you took off that beard.
Oh my gosh. And what did he do? Was he just kind of...
He was like, like, blah, blah.
Laugh it off. Oh,
and like,
boy.
he was just a very pretentious man for someone who was like, okay.
It's crazy to me because I had no idea. He was very pleasant on set and he was doing a great job and listened to what I had to say.
He was like telling Debbie and I a story about how he went to Scotland, got this really nice, expensive sweater, wore it throughout the whole trip, didn't wash it, and gave it to his brother. That's a gift. I was like, what is this, bro? What?
Actors are some of the most intriguing people you will ever meet.
Story. And it was the longest story ever. He's like, yeah, it was real wool.
Oh my gosh. And then he was telling you his net worth, right?
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Guy.
And I looked him up and I'm like, okay, you weren't really in a lot of things. You were just background.
He writes a lot.
No, he does write
and it gets into a lot of festivals and stuff. So
Right.
I do really respect him creatively.
Yeah, same.
But like hearing these stories.
He was a very interesting person.
See, this is also why
And
it's
he was
important
also
to have
kept
set
being
PAs.
yeah, I just came back from set on, what was
Oh,
it?
the Gilded Age in Newport. He did an overnight on the Gilded Age in Newport, and then he came to us. So naturally me, because I was doing a lot of producing work too with Bethany Fernandez, and like we were very like, oh, the Sag Actor, and we have to like treat him like royalty. So yeah.
I remember at one point Debbie and I were talking to Bethany about him. She was laughing.
Oh gosh.
She's like, what the heck? She's like, no way, this did not happen. We're like, it happened.
Oh my
It happened.
gosh. Oh, it was nuts.
Yeah, he was also on he was on that TV show too. Dexter.
Oh yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, I just came back from the set of Dexter. And I'm like, okay, my godfather was on it too. What's your point?
And your godfather has like featured speaking roles.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, sadly, unfortunately, his scene was taken out.
Of Dexter.
Dexter, but
Hey,
he's
still got
on a
paid.
lot. Yeah.
Still got that shmoney.
Still got that shmoney.
Bro, actors are so interesting. I could tell another story. I worked on a set in Central Mass in Bolton, and it had some big actors. They're kind of like a little bit washed up. No offense to them.
T.
They were, they were like big in the 90s and early 2000s, and one of them, I'm trying to figure out if I should say his name or not.
Has the movie come out yet?
No. So
I mean,
one
you
of
can
them,
say it and bleep it.
yeah. So one of them, his name was.
I don't know who the that is.
He was the Punisher.
You're gonna have to bleep me.
One of the actors, he was the Punisher. So for those of you who know what the Punisher is, he
Never
was
watched it.
the original Punisher. And he was actually supposed to be Rick Grimes
Does he punish
in The Walking
people?
Dead. I don't know.
Oh.
I've never seen. He was supposed to. He was in it for that, but he's for some reason got dropped, and Rick Grimes. I mean, Andrew Lincoln ended up being Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes. Carl. Anyways,
Jimmy's mom.
Jamie's mom.
Are you gonna finish that croissant?
Okay, so this man walked around everywhere barefoot. I'm not just saying like on
He's
set
grounded.
in the house. I'm saying we filmed on a muddy farm that was acres, and he was walking around it without shoes.
Shit.
And then when Sean, my boyfriend, he was his driver on this set, he would have to bring him to like different places. He went into the supermarket barefoot.
Okay, question about this though.
Everywhere.
Was his
barefoot.
character barefoot?
No.
What? Okay, so it's not like
He just decided.
method acting or
No,
anything.
no.
Okay,
He just is barefoot everywhere.
Dirty hippie or something? Like
Not really. Not really. He's got short hair. Like, he's not like a hip. Like, anyways. Yeah. So spooky movie filmmaking is fun.
it is.
To Dust Will Return will be out on YouTube either the 3rd or 4th week of
coming up this
October.
year?
Yes. It's actually going to be in the Rhode Island International Film Festival Vortex.
That's cool.
They call it Vortex because it's all the horror stuff.
Vortex.
So they haven't told me the date it's premiering yet with their festival. So I'm going to post it after their date. Yeah. So that'll be exciting. It's finally going to come out and it'll be fun to see what people think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Got to
super
pay
exciting.
close attention.
And then Hocus Pocus literally comes out on September 30th.
Woo!
Which is this week.
Search for
So-
Claudia.
Don't.
Get your Claudia glasses on.
Watch me fall on my face and find a
Over and
leaf.
over.
Or a kid literally putting his face in my chest.
Yeah.
And
Sexual
hollering.
harassment.
Literally.
Awful.
It happens on movie sets.
Frequently.
I wasn't like scarred from it, so I guess we're okay.
Yeah.
There are worse
again.
things I've gone through.
You're hardened.
I'm hardened.
Oh.
So this was our episode today. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, follow, and rate, please.
All
We'd
of
love to hear
that.
anything you want us to talk about.
Yeah, so next week I think we're going to start telling spooky stories.
I think so.
I'm excited to hear. I'm so excited to hear
Super
these.
creepy. Very creepy. I think we should do like 2 stories each episode,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Also, our set should be changing by the next episode.
Yeah, we're working on that. It's a little bit crazy in this town hall as we set up for Halloween, our Halloween event, but we're going to make it work.
Yeah.
We've already
'cause
got some of the Halloween juices
we're
flowing.
filming
as you
ahead
can
of time
see.
anyways, so like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be so complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our episode.
Share with your friends.
Please do, and see you in October.
See you in October. Witches.
Peace out, witches and ghouls.
I'm trying to think of how we can cut this together. Let me caress my mic.
Why are you caressing your mic like that? Ew! How do you do that?
Oh, I just blocked my ear.
That's what you get. Darn tootin'.